Shalom, Kol Haloyim, Wahawad, La Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ruchah HaKodash. Double honor being to the head elders, who are the apostles and bishops of Great Millstone. And shalom to you, Akim out there in like mind, uplifting the name and the word of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, in sincerity and in truth. Welcome to another Proverbs of the day, where we get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from the wisest king to live of his time, King Solomon. And this is a continuation on life and conduct. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. Right? Because a good name is what Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has. Alright, and they teach us righteousness. Okay, and righteousness is immortal. Okay? The rich and poor meet together. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is the maker of them all. The duality of the Most High, Yahweh Yahweh Shai. All right, it gives us the knowledge and the understanding to deal with both sides. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. And that's a popular verse amongst us. We're striving to be prudent men, foreseeing the evil, hiding ourselves, but we're not trying to be the simple that pass on and are punished. Okay. By humility and fear of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai are riches and honor in life. By humility, it says. All right, in fear of the Lord are riches and honor in life. You see, we're striving to, be humble before Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, so that we can receive the salvation of eternal life. Thorns and snares are in the way of the froward. He that doth keep his soul shall be far from them. And this is what the so-called white man has inherited, being the wicked, thorns and snares, because he's a froward ruler. Train up a child in the way that he should go, popular verse, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Yeah, so to the best of our abilities, we are to train up our sons and daughters in the ways that they should go. Nonetheless, given the circumstances in Babylon the Great, they're going to do what they're going to do, man. They're going to have their lives, their lots that they have to fulfill as well. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. Popular verse. All right, the rich ruleth over the poor. Obviously, you see this in the world that we live in. And the borrower is servant to the lender. And you see how this so-called white man set up fractional reserve banking, all right, and how he set up this whole system, that we're in right now. Well, right now we're the borrowers, but Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is going to make us the lender when he returns in the kingdom of heaven. Tables are going to turn. The tables are going to turn, man. There's going to be a changing of positions, changing of places, like that movie, Trading Places. He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity, and the rod of his anger shall fail. You see that? That's what the so-called white man is all about, sowing iniquity, and he's reaping vanity, man. He that hath a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he giveth of his bread to the poor. The so-called white man doesn't do this, and if he does it in pretense to gain notoriety. All right, to make it seem like he's a good guy. For example, charities that are set up, people that are in poor positions, low positions, the poor. He gets a return on the poor, man. How the poor is exploited and oppressed. So the so-called white man isn't blessed. He doesn't give of his bread to the poor, man. All right? He doesn't, man. He has trillions of dollars. He can cure world debt. All right, in a snap of a finger. But he doesn't do that. He sets up different programs and whatnot in this society, all right, to benefit off of it. Cast out the scorner, and contention shall go out. Yeah, strife and reproach shall cease. All right. He that loveth pureness of heart, for the grace of his lips, the king shall be his friend. The eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai preserve knowledge, and he overthroweth the words of the transgressor. You see that? That's what the scriptures say, man. The Lord preserves knowledge, and he overthroweth the words of the transgressor. The so-called white man is the treacherous. All right, pursuant to Isaiah the 30th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. The slothful man saith, there is a lion without, I shall be slain in the streets. The mouth of strange women is as a deep pit. He that is abhorred of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall fall therein. That's these other philosophies, man. These other philosophies are likened to immoral women as a dangerous trap, because they don't deal with the simplicity of Yahweh Shai. It says, foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him, right? Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, man. We know, first and foremost, the truth of that matter. We were all foolish, man. All right, we didn't have the correct guidance, but Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is the rod of correction. All right. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. Yeah, these are deep precepts, man. All right, we definitely not in a position to give to the rich. Nonetheless, I will say we do give to the rich by way of being in slavery. All right. So, this whole system got to go, man. Yahweh Shai got to return and give us the kingdom. Bow thine ear and hear the word of the wise, and apply thine heart unto my knowledge. For it is a pleasant thing if thou keep them within thee, they shall withal be fitted in thy lips, that thy trust may be in Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. I have made known to thee this day, even to thee. Have not I written to thee excellent things in counsels and knowledge? Absolutely, Lord. The Lord has absolutely done these things, that I might make thee to know the certainty of the words of truth, that thou mightest answer the words of truth to them that send unto thee? Absolutely, Lord. Rob not the poor, because he is poor. And the so-called white man does this, man. All right? What do you think taxes are? Neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoil them. Going into Jeremiah 30th chapter, the 16th verse. All right? The Lord will surely avenge the righteous. All right, the so-called white man has spoiled, and he's gonna be spoiled. The Lord said, "Wait ye upon me till I rise up into the prey." But then he also says, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, man. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go, lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul. Bars, man. Be not thou one of them that strike hands, or of them that are sureties for debts. If thou hast nothing to pay, why should he take away thy bed from under thee? Popular verse, man. That's what the so-called white man does, man. All right? Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. See? The so-called white man has done these things. Seest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings. He shall not stand before mean men. And mean men meaning average or ordinary. All right, so giving all praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. This has been Proverbs 22. Lord willing, you edify, you learn something. Shalom.